Once upon a time, in a town known for its monotony and an inexplicable shortage of barbers, lived a treasure hunter named Chuck. Chuck had spent his life in pursuit of ancient artifacts and priceless heirlooms, but he yearned for something more fulfilling: laughter. One day, while sifting through the attic of his late great uncle, who was rumored to have chuckled exactly once in his life, Chuck stumbled upon an ancient map. The parchment was delicate and smelled of old jokes and faint punchlines. It was the map to the fabled world's best joke, a joke so profoundly hilarious it could make a sphinx crack a smile. Determined, Chuck followed the snaking lines across the map, through dangerous pun fields and over cliché cliffs. He waded through rivers of slapstick and climbed mountains of dry wit, surviving on a diet of knock-knock jokes and one-liners. His journey was beset by challenges, each more absurd than the last, including a riddle-spouting troll who only accepted jokes as payment to cross his bridge. Finally, after what felt like countless groans and eye rolls, Chuck stood before a massive golden vault. The door was adorned with ancient symbols of comedy, a mask of tragedy with laughter lines, a rubber chicken of divinity, and a pie that had seen more faces than a mirror. With trembling hands, Chuck input the final punchline into the vault's lock. "Orange, you glad I didn't say banana?" The vault creaked and groaned as begrudgingly it swung open. Inside, there was no chest of gold nor glittering gems. Instead, there stood a full-length mirror with an ornate frame, inscribed with the words, "Reflect on the mirth within." Chuck peered into the glass and saw, to his horror, not only was he the treasure all along, but also that his hair had become so unruly it could hide a family of birds comfortably. The revelation hit him like a whipped cream pie to the face. The world's best joke was the joy we find in our unique perspective. It dawned on him that what makes humankind chuckle, chortle, and guffaw isn't something one can dig up or lock away. Humor was about seeing the lightness in life, and sometimes in ourselves. But as Chuck burst into laughter, his own reflection mimicking his amusement, he realized two immutable truths. Firstly, humor lives within each of us, waiting to be acknowledged in the mirror of our souls, and secondly, that he was in desperate need of a haircut. With his quest complete, and his heart now brimming with merriment, Chuck set out to return home. Upon arriving, he didn't seek a barber, for they were still unfathomably rare, but rather, he became one, opening the town's first comedy-themed barbershop. There he shared his humor and trimmed overgrown locks, proving that sometimes the true treasure lies not at the end of a map, but in every snip and chuckle along the way.